Today, we're going to be using a team that Yuki Rotom used in the Japan Nationals qualifier for the final round. It is a interesting team with Coalossal and Bruxish, which I'm pretty excited to try out. Let's see how the team performs. This team features Bruxish and Coalossal. With very fast and offensive combos, this team can overwhelm opponents utilizing Weakness Policy Coalossal and Choice Specs Blizzard Iron Bundle. You have a few ways to activate Weakness Policy on Coalossal with Flip Turn on Iron Bundle and Aqua Jet Bruxish with a Surf backup to play around redirection. Bruxish is also cool with Dazzling that prevents priority from working on your side of the field. The goal of the team is to sweep with strong spread moves, but you have to be careful because the Pokemon on this team can faint very easily even with a single wrong call. Trying to force a defensive terror early to help a combo in the back sweep is one of the best ways I have found to use this team. If you would like to check out the details of the team or the creator, they will be linked in the description. Pelipper, Dreadnought, Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Iron Bundle, Fluttermane. If there's a matchup that probably I would not want to face with a Coalossal, it would be this one right here. But maybe I can do something. I could probably see. I mean, Choice Specs Bundle is going to be like really important in this matchup. Bulbasaur is going to be pretty solid. I don't think I want to bring Dragonite though, because Dragonite does nothing for me. Like Dragonite literally does nothing for me. Like I could see myself going endgame Coalossal and Bruxish more than actually like endgame Bundle or endgame Dragonite, because Extreme Speed just does nothing really to this team that I really need. Aqua Jet doesn't do much either. Yeah, I just don't really like it too much. Shampoo maybe, but like Shampoo hurts me more than helps me, I think. I'm gonna go with Bundle and maybe Bundle Coalossal or maybe Bruxish. Actually, I'm gonna try Bruxish. Yeah, with a Abomasnow and the Coalossal in the back. Let's see how this could perform, because I could theoretically sweep their team under the right conditions. It's just gonna be pretty tough. And I mean pretty tough. I wonder how much Choice Specs Freeze Dry does in the... Yeah, I think Choice Specs Freeze Dry could actually do a lot to Dondozo. I don't know if it picks up a knockout, but it would be pretty big. A Dreadnought plus the bundle on their side versus my bundle and the Bruxish. They're not Speed Booster, which I'm surprised about. Okay. I feel like Dreadnought is usually Choice Banned on this team. I really want to just go for a Freeze Dry immediately and just go for a Psychic Fangs in a bundle and just see how much damage I can really perform. I outspeed the bundle, I get the Psychic Fangs. We do get the Freeze Dry off into the Dreadnought and just pick up the knockout immediately. So I don't know what their plan was, but eliminating it immediately. Icy Wind? Yeah, I mean, I had to play a speed game at that point. Like, it's already pretty bad for me otherwise. So that's actually perfect. I'm able to get a Dreadnought. Wait, did they not bring Dondozo mode? Maybe they're too worried about Heishi and Pal, or like too scared of the Abomasnow mode. Yeah, they didn't. They went Fluttermane instead. Okay, I could set up for a Coalossal endgame instead now. Yeah, I could definitely set up for a Coalossal endgame. They're all in range. Okay, I think I'm gonna sack my bundle then. I'm gonna Freeze Dry the... Can I set this up safely? It's gonna be a little bit tough. I do want to Freeze Dry a bundle, and I want to go in Abomasnow. Let's see if this works. I want to set up Abomasnow because it's pretty strong. I am going to give them a physical defense increase with the snow, but that's okay. Is there really no Pelipper? I feel like Pelipper has to be the last. I don't think it's Tatsugiri, and I don't think it's Dondozo in the back. We're going to see a Terra come out from my opponent. Going to be that Fluttermane, so Terra Fairy for the extra power. Yep. Extra power with the Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, I already got Icy Wind, so I don't see a reason to Icy Wind. Yeah, Freeze Dry. I would love this to actually KO Abomasnow with the Dazzling Gleam. I'm hoping it's like Choice Specs. That would actually be the best case scenario right here. Okay. Nice. Actually, that's really good for me. Okay, so I lose my Snow mode, but that's completely all right. I get the free switch into Coalossal and the Bruxish, and now I could just go for a Aqua Jet into myself. And I think Rock Slide, but I could Earthquake. No, I should Rock Slide always. Yeah, I should Rock Slide. The reason I should Rock Slide is because I don't want to lose my own Bruxish, because if it's Sash Pelipper, I will need it around. So we're gonna go for the Terra Ground. We're gonna go for a Rock Slide into both of them. And then, okay. Rock Slide and Aqua Jet myself. We don't want to surf because we don't want to lock in the surf with Bruxish. We're going to see the swap from Bundle into Pelipper, I'd imagine. Yep. So this is going to be funny because Bruxish is going to clean up the Pelipper and the Iron Bundle endgame with Rock Slide, assuming we connect. As long as we hit... I guess it depends on the Pelipper has Wide Guard on this team, which I guess could be a thing, but I do think we can clean it up here. I think if it's Wide Guard, I just have to play a mind game with the Pelipper. Yeah, I'd have to play a mind game with the Pelipper. But first we have to hit Rock Slide. But we need to have both Rock Slides if this is Wide Guard. If this is not Wide Guard, I literally just have to play a mind game anyway. Okay, Policy Activation, Steam Engine as well. +2 in all of its offensive stats. Rock Slide gonna come out. Should knock out Flutter Mane. Yeah, it does knock out Flutter Mane. Pelipper in range of Aqua Jet, I believe. All right, so Flutter Mane goes down and hopefully an endgame cleanup with Aqua Jets. Yeah, hoping, because that's gonna be really important. Bundle gonna come in. Are you Wide Guard? I feel like if you're Wide Guard, you're gonna go for it now, especially since Wide Guard probably doesn't have Protect, because I feel like this team usually needs Tailwind. So I'm gonna go for Aqua Jet and a Pelipper, and I'm just gonna protect the Coalossal because if they Wide Guard, Aqua Jets should knock out, I think, the Pelipper this range, and then I could just go for an Earthquake safely in the Iron Bundle and secure the game that way. So let's see if that's gonna be the case. Pelipper reveals Protect. I'm assuming you don't have Wide Guard then. I think it's Protect Tailwind then we're looking at. Aqua Jet into the Protect. I Flareless just in case. I just don't know if Flareless would actually even KO the Iron Bundle. Even at +2, it's in the rain. And Iron Bundle has really good defense. I feel like on this team you need Tailwind, because Dreadnought doesn't outspeed enough without Tailwind. So I think we're going to go for the Earthquake and Aqua Jet. They go for the double, which is fine, because if I KO the bundle, since they're not wide guarding like Earthquake, I think they're just hoping for the Rock Slide miss into my bundle, which is okay for me, because I went for Earthquake, and Earthquake should definitely KO the bundle with Terra Ground here, and that means I should just be able to finish off the Pelipper Flare Blitz even if I knock out my own Bruxish. So here comes the Earthquake just to 100% secure the game. I mean, if it was wide guard, I think it would have went for it immediately. And if it was Wide Guard, I think they needed to have it over Protect. I mean, they might not have been running Hydro Pump. That could have been a very viable option, I suppose. But, like, I don't think Flareblitz was came with the bundle without a crit. But if it did have Wide Guard, then it was just going to be the nature of that. Flareblitz should be able to KO the Pelipper. Even in rain, it's just, like, too low of HP right now. Flareblitz going to come out, knock out the Pelipper. And that is going to be a good game. I mean, we both risked a bundle speed tie on turn 1, but when you look at my team, rain isn't exactly super fun, even with a bomb of snow, because like the surf Dondozo surf just Oko's like the Iron Bundle, so it's not exactly fun. I think they were definitely scared of Heishi and Paldo. Azumarill, Arcanine, Ting-Lu, Excalibur, Amoonguss, and Flutter Mane. Looks like we got a pretty standard combination what we see, and Hail Mode is really good into this kind of stuff, so I will definitely like to go to Hail Mode here of a Bomb Stone and Iron Bundle. In the back, Coalossal and Bruxish. The Blizzard just does so much damage. I guess there's an Azumarill over Palafin, which makes it a little bit strange, but I think we should be okay for the most part. Yeah, I want to say we should be all right. I guess Azumarill does make this a little bit strange because Palafin doesn't really like... I mean, Play Rough can actually hurt the bundle a bit. But that means they have a weaker form of priority, which is nice. Let's try it out. I don't know how much it changes the matchup. I guess if the Azumarill has superpower, then it's actually going to be able to dish out a lot of damage into my Iron Bundle. The thing about it is like Snow with Choice Specs bundle, like sure there's the Ting-Lu, but Blizzard just is able to break through this team so much where they have to either Terra Water, usually the Amoonguss or the Ting-Lu, in order for like this match to be functionable, because otherwise Blizzard spam just destroys this combination. So pretty curious on what they'll decide here. Terra Blizzard is definitely a strong contender for one of my lead options and plays. I just don't know if I want to, because I could also just rely on endgame Coalossal to win if I'm able to like get rid of like 2 mons. And if I force like bad Terras from my opponent's side, it's really, really solid. So let's find out what they're going to lead here. It's going to be the Arcanine and the Flutter Mane, okay, against my Iron Bundle and my Abomasnow. So a pretty okay position. I kind of like Arcanine's in such a weird spot. I feel like this might be a Tinglu swap. My Tinglu is actually, I'm kind of curious. You would Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast a bundle in this position. I actually kind of like the idea of flip turning into Abomasnow, going out in a Coalossal, because it'd be probably like worst case is Abomasnow eating up a Dazzling Gleam and maybe a Flare Blitz. And I like this idea because I could potentially get bundle next to my Coalossal and dish out a ton of damage where it's probably unwinnable for them because they don't have a switch into Earthquake right now, and I like that a lot. And if Arcanine protects, which I'm surprised because helping end Terra Blizzard is an option, but this works out huge in my favor. A flip turn going to come out. That actually still did a lot more damage to Coalossal than I thought. I know it's ×4 super effective, but bundle doesn't have the best attack stat, plus I was intimidated, so I'm actually a little bit surprised about how much damage I took, but this actually works out huge in my favor because now I could go for a Psychic Fangs with Bruxish and a Rock Slide, which I think is pretty solid. And we'll go out into our Bruxish. We're going to see Moonblast actually target down what was the Abomasnow slot. Okay. No special attack drop, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. So interesting choices right now. I do like the idea of still resisting the extreme speed, so I'm probably going to stay in. Kind of just want to go for the Psychic Fangs and a Rock Slide combination because they do not have the best swaps. I think I'm just going to rely on hitting my moves. I don't think I want to go for a Earthquake, especially if they could switch out like they do here. So especially because they probably want to intimidate. Amoonguss going to come in, which is cool because I get a huge Rock Slide and the Psychic Fangs into Flutter Mane, and I should KO any kind of Flutter Mane. The Rock Slide going to come out into the Flutter Mane. It's really bulky, it looks like, but we do have Psychic Fangs for a reason. It's able to KO the Flutter Mane, so that's excellent. All right. Huge advantage right there. And now what are they going to go out back into? Arcanine? They go back into Arcanine. They can't extreme speed my Mons, which is pretty nice. Azumarill going to come in. Oh wait, do they know about Dazzling? I don't know if they do know about Dazzling, but right now I'm looking pretty good with a Abomasnow plus the bundle in the back. So I think I'm just gonna Psychic Fangs, and I think I'm just gonna go for Rock Slide. Yeah, because I feel very strong about this position. Like Azuma's going to take a lot of damage, and it's really Blizzard endgame that I could just go for right now. I believe like Blizzard endgame just cleans up. There looks like they're going to be Terraing here, so I wonder if they're going to Terra Water the Amoonguss and protect Azumarill, which I could definitely see if that's the case. We're going to see the Amoonguss Terra. It is going to be the Water. I didn't want to go for the Fire move for this reason. I wanted to just go for Rock Slide consistent damage output anyway. So this ends up working in my favor. So they use their Terra up, which is pretty big. Go for Rage Powder actually, so just making sure the Azumarill can't get doubled up by Psychic Fangs plus the attack. Rock Slide is going to come out. Okay, no Aqua Jet, no, not too much surprising. Get a pretty solid amount of damage. It's not going to pick up a KO, but it's still pretty solid. Okay. And we get a Psychic Fangs off into the Amoonguss, which should put in range of the Blizzard. They actually go for Brick Break, so they have Brick Break. Okay. So we go down to the combination, but at this point we can go out into Iron Bundle, and Iron Bundle is just so strong here because we can just go for Blizzards, and we can go for, I mean, they do have like a resist at this point, but like I'm just gonna Psychic Fang the Azumarill, and I'm just gonna click Blizzard because Blizzard should knock out the Amoonguss at this range, and if they don't Rage Power, they are eating up the Blizzard. I think I could just win with endgame Bruxish too, because my opponent has no way that they can knock out my bundle right now. So I just go for Blizzard. I go for as much damage as I possibly can. They have to Rage Powder if Azumarill doesn't want to go down to the combination. If they go Arcanine and Protect, that's the only way they could really like make sure that they have Pokemon around on the field. We're going to see the Amoonguss retreat. Arcanine is going to come in, which makes a lot of sense here. But right now, Blizzard's just doing a lot. And they don't have really the best ways to actually damage the Iron Bundle. So does Azumarill protect? No protect. Psychic Fang going to come out in Azumarill. A good amount of range for Blizzard to come out. And yeah, just do a ton of damage to the Azumarill without Terra. So very nice. And Arcanine can't really punish the bundle now. And I think I win the game with Terra Water Abomasnow. Yes, I'm pretty sure I do. So I'm going to swap out the Bruxish. I'm going to go into Bomb Snow and I'm going to Blizzard. It is the last turn of Snow, but it's completely okay because I don't expect Bundle to have that much value afterward. I could switch out my Bundle, but the thing is, like, Psychic Fangs is not doing much damage. The Flare Blitz could be caught in Bomb Snow, and I think it's more likely they Flare Blitz the Bundle or Spore than if they target the Bruxish. If they target the Bruxish, it's okay too, because they're taking a lot of damage, and I still think Bruxish can win this endgame. So we're gonna go a Bomb Snow, Blizzard. Still so much damage, jeez. Levis is gonna come out of Iron Bundle, but we do have the Snow Boost, and we're gonna see a Spore also into Iron Bundle. Yeah, that's basically what I expected. So the thing is, if I switched out a Bomb Snow for the Iron Bundle, they would have just pinned it with Flare Blitz, knock out the Bomb Snow, and Spore would have went into my Bruxish, and I would have been in a really bad position. But now I think with this position, I just win by going for Terra Water Energy Ball into the Amoonguss, and I'm just gonna go for Blizzard because Bruxish realistically wins this endgame. So there's really not much that I have to fear here. So let's find out if that's going to be the case. We will go for the Terra with the Abomasnow. Get that Terra Water so Flare Blitz is not able to put on any pressure against me at all. And yeah, I don't see no protects from my opponent. Gonna be a Flare Blitz. I'm assuming they went for Flare Blitz Pollen Puff most likely to try and win this game, but yeah, the Terra Water just secured it because now Energy Ball knocks out the Amoonguss. The Amoonguss has taken too much chip damage at this point, so Amoonguss is gonna go down Energy Ball. Now Scarf Bruxish does clean up because it's able to go for a Wave Crash pretty consistently and just obliterate the Arcanine whenever it gets in. And I can just keep going for Blizzards, get some chip. This is like Morning Sun Arcanine, but I doubt it. And we can go for an Energy Ball into the Arcanine. So overall, very solid. It's just like, yeah, the Palafin balance can struggle a little bit. I was expecting maybe, okay, maybe Arcanine and Flare Main's gonna lead, and maybe they try to bring in the Ting-Lu and KO the bundle as quick as possible because that way you can actually dish out. But the problem is, I guess, with the Ting-Lu play is you also weaken the power of your own Flutter Main. So Dazzling Gleam might not be able to pick up the knock-on Iron Bundle after the Vessel of Ruin. So yeah, it's also, again, a little bit tricky. You do have to bring one of Amoonguss or Ting-Lu and Terra Water it usually. But yeah, as you can see, it's just really tricky for them to actually switch into the attacks. Oh, we got Marco Fiera with the Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Great Tusk, Iron Bundle, Talonflame, and King Gambit. This match is pretty bad, isn't it? Because I don't think Coalossal might outspeed Tusk and Tailwind, but definitely doesn't outspeed the Bundle and Tailwind. Yeah, I also don't even remember if they're like Scarf Tusk on this team either. And the Chi-Yu, oh boy, there are some massive threats to this right here. There are some definitely massive threats. But maybe I have some options. I mean, it comes down to what they lead here. I think it would come down to what they lead. I think I could probably do some cheese factors, but I don't know if Coalossal is going to be involved. I don't think I want to Bombasel in this game. It doesn't do anything. I also don't think I get to click Blizzard really against this team. I kind of want to try Bruxish plus Bundle out and see if that performs well, because I think I can, because I do expect Talon lead potentially, and if they lead Talon, I'm in a good spot. Dragonite's okay. I'm not 100% certain. I like Chiampao a lot, and I do like Coalossal, I think, as the last. We'll see. I just don't believe Dragonite is good enough here. I mean, Aqua Jet's extreme speed might, but the goggles doesn't help out much. I feel like I could set up a game position for Coalossal to sweep under the right conditions. I want to say if they lead Talonflame, I could go for Aqua Jet Freeze Dry and deny the Tailwind. And if I could deny Tailwind, that's so good for me. But let's see if that's what they're going to be. A Fluttermane plus the Talonflame. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. I can go for Aqua Jet into the Talonflame pretty safely. And I wonder if Aqua Jet will put that in flip turn range. This is probably choiced on the Fluttermane. Specs Freeze Dry would be really good here, I think. I'm just gonna go for the Freeze Dry. I could go for Blizzard and risk it all, but I'd rather just make sure Talonflame can't attack here. Let's see if this is gonna be the case. We're gonna see a Terra come out. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the Fluttermane. This is the Fluttermane, okay. Terra Fairy. Does this knock out Bruxish? I actually have no clue if this knocks out Bruxish. I really don't. If this chaos Bruxish, I think we're actually in a pretty bad spot, but we'll find out. Here comes an Aqua Jet into Talonflame and a Freeze Dry. Flip turn, I don't think would have knocked out, but we'll see. Freeze Dry comes out, knocks out the Talonflame. Here comes Dazzling Gleam. This is gonna do a lot. That is such a clutch survival, actually. Holy cow, that's such a clutch survival. Okay. We can go out into our Coalossal now. All right. That's actually such a clutch survival for Bruxish. Holy cow, because I can actually Aqua Jet my own Coalossal now. And they can't have the speed advantage anymore. That's huge. I wonder what they're bringing out. Is it Great Tusk? If it's Tusk, I'm kind of worried about like how much this Headlong Rush does. Oh, Chi-Yu. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Are they Sash? I don't remember their Sash, but not forfeiting. I'm going to go for the Aqua Jet into the... I'm going to go for a self Aqua Jet. I wish my Pro Controller would stop drifting. And we're going to go for a Terra Ground Earthquake. I just don't remember who the Sash generally is on this team. I feel like the Chi is usually offensive. We're going to see the Flare main retreat, which makes sense. Who's coming out? It's going to be out into the Iron Bundle, looks like. Okay. Would Roxanne picked up the knockout? Potentially. I think the question is what item is the Chi-Yu? Because we don't have to worry about Terras anymore. Earthquake is going to come out, knock out both. And what's actually perfect about this situation is knocking out my own Bruxish, because now I can Sucker Punch the bundle pretty safely. Yeah, and I think that should secure the end game. So Bruxish, gonna go with the Terra Ground on the Coalossal. Are you Sash on the Chi? That's gonna be so important. Or if Coalossal can live a Dark Pulse / Fire move, that's gonna also be important. Let's see. I'm gonna be able to get the Policy activation and Earthquake. How much damage are we doing? Does this knock out Bundle? I feel like Bundle should be bulky enough to survive this. Like Bundle's just that crazy with Pokemon. Here comes Earthquake. It is Sash Chi-Yu. Oh no, that's bad. Yeah, it's Focus Sash. Okay, do we live an attack? Dark Pulse. Okay. I wasn't sure, but since it was Sash, it's weak. It's weak. So we go out into our Qianpao, and I think we should have the game sealed. No, we don't have the game sealed yet. I have to Sucker Punch the bundle. Can I afford to Earthquake here? Like, I want a Flare Blitz to guarantee the win. But the problem is if I Flare Blitz and they swap out into... I don't think they should swap out in a Flutter. I really don't. I could Earthquake myself because the HP on the Qianpao doesn't matter here. But what if they don't protect? I could just risk the Rock Slide. You know what? I will risk the Rock Slide. We connect our moves. And if they protect Chi-Yu, that's excellent for me. Okay, awesome. So I Sucker Punch in a bundle. Bundle goes down, and that should secure the game because now I have the Sword of Ruin out, and Earthquake will 100% knock out a Flutter Mane with the Terra Ground and +2. Like, I just don't see them being able to survive, so I can just protect Earthquake the following turn. Okay, the Bruxish surviving, I think, which was a Choice Specs Flutter Mane Dazzling Gleam, was so crucial into this plan because I actually wasn't sure on that one, but it worked out. Even with the worst cases, we were able to secure it here. Protect. These Pokemon don't get priority, right? I'm pretty sure they don't. He goes for the double, which fails, which makes sense. You gotta hope your Flutter is able to live. But the thing is, if the Flutter lives, that means it does not have max speed at all. Qianpao just is able to KO. I guess then they could go for a Heat Wave Burn with the Chi-Yu, which makes sense. Here comes an Earthquake. Yeah, able to pick up the knockout with the Sword of Ruin. And the Terra Ground Policy boost. And we are able to secure the game. That looked really tough. That really looked tough. I'm kind of curious on what the numbers were for the Bruxish, but oh man, it actually clutched up, which was so cool to see. We have a top 10 player right now, rank number 7, Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Ting-Lu, Fluttermane, Mousehold, Arcanine. Very unique things. Population Bomb Mousehold would look scary here, and I don't think it's a Friend Guard mode on this. Huh. And those are Tatsugiri, so Bundle is really good here. The damage output is absolutely insane. The question is, how safe is it going to be? I do want to lead Bundle. The question is, what am I leading Bundle with? Maybe Bundle Coalossal, maybe just to scare them in, because they always gotta fear they have to fear the Coalossal always, which is also a pretty big factor. Shin Pow isn't too bad in this matchup. I do want to bring a Bomb Snow though, and I guess I should bring Bruxish as a backup. Yeah, and it does outspeed the Mouse Hold and the Flutter Mane too, and can also hit Tinglu for a lot of damage. I do want to try it out. Let's see how it goes. I don't think Dragonite's too valuable in this matchup. I don't see myself really. Extreme Speed's kind of useful, but like it's not really. I don't think anything's really being put in Extreme Speed range that I just want to outspeed anyway, because Bruxish would just outspeed. I think going Coalossal just forces them to play a really weird way. We're gonna see the lead of Dondozo plus Tinglu. Is this the Yawn stuff? Is this Storm Drain Tatsu? It might be Storm Drain Tatsu, which I wouldn't be too surprised about. Okay. This could be Yawn stuff as well. I think my best play is just to go for maybe Freeze Dry immediately. I kind of like the idea of just going for the Freeze Dry. Damage output is pretty incredible here. I like the Freeze Dry into Dozo. I think. I do want to Freeze Dry to Dondozo. And I think we're going to go out into a Bomb of Snow immediately. Because this might actually just be Stealth Rocks plus Yawn, which has been a pretty popular combination recently. So I do kind of like the idea of just going hard at Bomb Snow and Freeze Drying just for the damage output. I still have no idea what kind of Dondozo set this is, but I do think a Bomb Snow is pretty solid here. A Freeze Dry, get some pretty good damage into this Dondozo. Yeah, like about half is beautiful damage. Did they really click Fissure? Is this really? Why? Okay, they Wave Crash too. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Really? I can't believe that's how we're starting out this game. They're going for the turn 1 Fissure. Okay. I'm going for Freeze Dry into the Tinglu, and I'm also clicking Blizzard into the Tinglu as well. Or do I want to click Helping Hand? Do they have anything that can switch out to Dondozo too that's safe? Arcanine, I guess? I think I'd rather just Helping Hand, because I'm pretty sure Helping Hand Freeze Dry does more damage than Freeze Dry into Blizzard. I also don't need to really target the Dondozo. We're going to see a Terra come out from my opponent's side, so I wonder if this is Dondozo or if this is Tinglu. Going to be the Tinglu. Okay. Gonna be Terra Poison. All right, so they don't take super effective damage from Freeze Dry, but I like the idea of just getting as much damage onto the Tinglu as possible. Maybe this is Protect from Dondozo. Helping Hand gonna come out. Although Stomach Tantrum's gonna hurt, but we do have the Snow Boost. Okay, no swaps. Freeze Dry gonna come out into that. It does no damage. Jeez. I can't believe this is how they're playing it. All right. That's all right. That's all right. I'm just gonna Freeze Dry to Dondozo then, because I'm not doing any damage to Tinglu. Now, on the bright side, we can go on to Bruxish here. And the Tinglu Terrad, and it's now vulnerable to Earthquake for my Coalossal. So if I set up the Coalossal, I think I just win. So all I really need to do is get rid of the Dondozo, I think, at this point in the game. Because it might be unaware Dondozo, and that would screw up my plan. So we bring out the Bruxish. All right, no Protects too. That's perfect. So I am able to... Ooh, just barely missed a knockout on Dondozo, actually. Oh, they had to land a Fissure sometime, right? Like, they had to eventually? All right. Goodbye... Bundle and oh my god. Get me out of here, get me out of here. Hard into the Coalossal we go. I'm going for the Surf plus the Earthquake. We go for Earthquake. We're gonna go for Surf because Surf does less damage to the Coalossal. Also, a little bit of extra damage in the Tinglu could actually matter in this case. Oh my goodness, the fact that this is the game we're playing right now. It's just them going for Fissure over and over again. All right, Coalossal, Terra Ground, Earthquake should blow up, I think, both of these. No Protect. Surf gonna come out. Yeah, it's actually really nice because the Coalossal taking this little damage actually might matter for the end game, depending on their last. Okay. Here comes an Earthquake. Gonna do massive amounts of damage to both. Hopefully a knockout. It's not a knockout, but it's still a knockout in a Dondozo, which is beautiful. I thought I would knock out the Tinglu, but Tinglu is that bulky. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness that they went for the Fissure into the wrong slot, pal. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, the Tinglu won't have another chance to click Fissure. We go out into a Bomb of Snow. What are their backs potentially? Arcanine? Tatsugiri? Fluttermane. Okay. Booster energy speed? Yeah, that's the reason why I thought this was actually going to be really important that I had enough. I think I'm just going to Earthquake Helping Hand. Yeah, I'm just going to Helping Hand Earthquake. As it covers Arcanine coming in, if the Fluttermane protects, that's okay. As long as the Bomb Snow is still around, we're good. Yeah, like this is okay. All right. I guess my question is, do I live a Moonblast into extreme speed? It's going to be a really big question, actually. I don't know if it's Arcanine back. I feel like Arcanine would have came out if it was, though. We get rid of the Tinglu. This is going to be a really close end game. All right. We crit the Tinglu, but the crit didn't matter. All right. What's the last? Is it Mousehold? Maybe Mousehold with Helping Hand Moonblast? Does that knock out Coalossal? We'll find out. Eat the Citrus Berry. It's not Sash on the Fluttermane, otherwise I went for Ice Shard. Snow stops, which means the Bomb Snow actually might go down to the Blizzard. Is that Mousehold? It's Mousehold, okay. I'm just going for Helping Hand plus Blizzard. Or a Helping Hand Earthquake. I'm hoping this knocks out the Fluttermane. It will knock out Mousehold, probably, unless it's a really physically defensive set. Helping Hand. Mousehold didn't go for Helping Hand. We outspeed the Speed Booster Fluttermane. We get the Earthquake off. Does this KO? Are you Friend Guard? Okay, we just obliterate their team. Coalossal's insane. Oh, Coalossal's insane. Okay, beautiful. Able to get rid of the Mousehold and the Fluttermane. And oh my god. It's just, I guess they just want to go for Fissures as much as possible. That was their team. I think it was a Assault-Vest Tinglu for sure. They were just clicking Fissure, trying to get rid of my bundle. But thankfully they didn't land enough to where I was able to actually get some pretty important prior damage in Dondozo, so the Coalossal could actually win. But like, oh my goodness, that could have gone so south. All right, let's go over the games. Game 1, got to go for the Iron Bundle speed tie and was able to win it and then set up a secure Coalossal endgame. Game 2, turn 1 didn't play out how I expected it to, but Coalossal and Bruxish were able to apply heavy damage output against my opponent. Game 3, eliminating the Talonflame before Tailwind and a clutch survival from Bruxish allowed my Coalossal to run over with the Steam Engine. Game 4, Fissure dodges were great and I was able to pull far ahead against my opponent to set up another Coalossal cleanup. This team is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of tricks and it's really hard to use. I remember the first times I used this team and oh man, I could not understand this team. But you have to play very cautiously because the tools you have just aren't exactly able to take hits. They're very frail, and if you don't get the knockouts, you're probably getting knocked out back. So if you do want to try out the team, try it out with the rental code on your screen. You can check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.